Very warm tributes paid to you in Parliament today, and although I'm sure we all empathise with your decision, it must nevertheless have been quite a tough one to take.
Absolutely, and it's not the type of decision that you take over 1 day or 2 days or even a week. It's been in the making for a while, ever since you have actually got the time to think about what is happening to you, to your family, assess the situation, in this case with my daughter, and quite a lot of stuff happens in your mind during those dark moments. And I have taken the informed decision that it's the right time to leave at this point in time.
So you were in the role for 6 years, and you went
I've seen a very young photo.
Yes, you went in to modernise the civil service, but of course we were hit with Brexit, we were hit with the pandemic. How much did those two significant events impact your ability to effect the changes you wanted to?
Brexit was happening, and it's always been tough. My contribution there has been in terms of contingency, in terms of where we're ready as a civil service. And it was and is still ongoing. The Black Swan event was really COVID with 2 lockdowns, and there were the darkest moments where you had to really think about what on earth is gonna happen, what is happening, where do we get the resources to be able to cope. Remember that we were the second line of defense. There was the tremendous work being done by the GHA practitioners and all that front line, and then the civil service and the public service at large was that second line of defense, often forgotten really, but without that second line of defense, that second line of logistics, we would have failed.
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge pause in our plans as we went through that episode, a very significant moment in our history, which you navigated the civil service through. But I want to ask you about the civil service and the sort of reforms that you still feel needs to happen. What were you not able to do? What would you like to see happen going forward?
I think in the short spell of time that we had in between COVID in particular, we achieved quite a lot. We have projects which have not quite materialized. I can give you examples. I can give you digital services, for example, is a project that is very, very worthwhile. And I'm sure when we are completely there, people will look back and think, wow, this is good, but you must understand that there was a significant period in between where we really couldn't do anything.
I'm going to ask you very quickly about your plans. You're taking on these education projects. Any hint as to what these are?
I'm not going to tell you what exactly they are. I'm going to tell you that they are very, very exciting projects in the interest of Gibraltar and our children and the people at large of Gibraltar will be able to benefit. They have been carefully discussed with the Chief Minister, who is very much on board with these, and you shall be slowly hearing about them.
We look forward to hearing more on that, and very good news to hear that Gabriella is doing very well. Thank you
so much.
Very much, and hopefully you'll catch a bit more swimming now that you're no longer.
Well, I always catch the swimming, but a bit more perhaps, yeah.
Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.